because when we in a job search, there's three things we can do. We can target specific jobs online, we can target people in our network, and we can target companies that we are interested in. So that's basically like a third, three strategies, right, that roll up into a successful job search: companies, people, and specific jobs. So
you just saw a short clip from our interview with Lorraine Rise, the CEO of Career Uprising, where she answers the question, what to do when your job search isn't working. Real quick, do me a favor, subscribe and like the video to help our channel grow, then ring the bell to be notified when we post videos in the future. As you watch this part of the interview, post in the comments your frustrations with the current job market. And to see the complete interview, click up here so you can hear more advice from Lorraine, who gives us practical advice to activate your job search with productive action steps you can take right now.
Next question is, how can you make your job search more efficient and effective? So learning from our mistakes, how can we kind of start to bring it into a process or something that we can make it efficient and effective? Because we're still hopefully have a job, or if we don't have a job, we need to find a job quickly. So it needs to be efficient and effective at the same time. So some thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think the first thing that I would recommend, this is an exercise that I do with my coaching clients and something that I did when I was always job searching in my 20s. You need to document your search. So kind of like you said, Randy, about treating it like a business, I almost want you to treat your job search like a project, and you're the project manager. So I provide my clients a spreadsheet, just a simple Microsoft Excel spreadsheet that I've made with certain tabs on it. And you can make your own. Of course, there's nothing really fancy to it. But what I want you to do is I want you to document your job search. So I want you to keep track of your applications. On one tab, I want you to keep track of your networking efforts on another tab. So you can figure out, who have I spoke to? Who do I need to follow up with? And then I also want you to keep track of any companies that you are interested in, because when in a job search, there's three things we can do. We can target specific jobs online, we can target people in our network, and we can target companies that we are interested in. So that's basically like a third, three strategies, right, that roll up into a successful job search: companies, people, and specific jobs. So make a tab on your spreadsheet for each one of those and track all of your activity and your efforts. And it sounds cumbersome. It only takes a few minutes. If you do it each day, it's 10 minutes maybe, or you could do it every other day. It depends on how much you're searching. But I want you to see what is working. So I did this when I was a job seeker, and I would keep track of my applications. And what I was able to see was, how many jobs am I applying to? How many interviews am I getting? What kind of companies are calling me back? Is it the bigger ones? Is it the smaller ones? Is it a certain industry? If knowledge is power. So if you don't know what's going on in your job search, you don't know what to change or fix. Just like they say, you need to know where your money is going. You need to have a plan and keep track of your money. Otherwise, it's just going out the window, right? And you don't know what you're spending it on. So same thing in a job search. To be efficient, I would open up a spreadsheet and start tracking it a few minutes every day and logging your jobs, logging your network, so you can see what is working and what is not.
And when I heard you say that, one thought, activity does not necessarily equal productivity.
Right.
And by tracking, you will then be able to see what's working, so you can do more of that, and what's not working, so you can stop doing that. And that's especially, I would say, is when we think about social media. People are, I'm on LinkedIn, call me, right? I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So what? There's, what is it? 3 billion people on LinkedIn. How do people find you? And even then, so if you're on LinkedIn all day long, posting the jobs, interacting with people, well, is that activity equaling productivity that leads to a job? Or is it just activity to where you feel, well, I was busy all day, I was on social media, and I did all this work, but then what result did you get? What are your thoughts on that?
Exactly. Yeah, no, you're exactly right. That's a great way to sum it up. And that's one reason why job boards are good, but they're just one tool, right? We want to also network. We want to also maybe even do some cold outreach to some companies that we're interested in. We want to also try to connect with recruiters or staffing agencies. Right there's 4 strategies for a job search. So, and then there's networking with your own people that you know. So yeah, I do absolutely think that you need to pay attention to not just what you're doing, but what is coming from what you're doing. For example, some clients will be giving applications out and not getting any interviews, but some are getting interviews, but then they're getting bottlenecked in the interview process, right? Maybe they're getting a lot of first round interviews, but not getting called back for a lot of second round interviews.
Right.
That would tell me something's going on in the interview process. It's not the resume and the cover letter. So one common question that I ask clients a lot is, are you getting interviews or not getting interviews, or are you getting interviews but not offers? Because those are two separate problems. And that's something that having that spreadsheet and tracking it will tell you. You can look at it and go, wow, I've had 8 companies do a phone screen with me, but none of them call me back after that. That's the interview. That's not the resume.
Right.
So that's one reason why it can help you to diagnose what's going on.
Absolutely. That's great. That's a great comment of a process, right? People can think through
Right.
processes. Now they're starting to see that there's a process to this. And this is not a process you can start overnight, meaning you get the notification and then the next day you're trying to put all this process into play. You've got to, again, think of a career strategy, a career focus, where you headed, and have all this stuff in play, because nothing stops the clock. Once
Yeah.
we all get older, the job comes and goes,
Yeah.
kids coming, everything happens, life happens. So you have to be ready. So you have to start building these processes now. And it's an investment of time, and it's an investment in working with, people that know what they're doing. And so by reading, the video course that Lorraine's going to provide us at the end is going to help us with that. So, make sure, as you're watching this interview, stay to the end to get that free resource so that you can leverage it and start to learn what you need to be doing right now. Does that make sense?
I agree. Definitely.
Okay.
Thank you for watching this part of the interview. In the comments, let us know what other questions you have about the job search in the current market. Down below in the description, you will find 2 free resources: a free video training course from Lorraine, the Career Change Roadmap, where she shares with you practical strategies on what you need to do when you're changing the career. You'll also find a link to get a free resume review from SCM.Jobs. This free resume review is conducted by professional resume writers who can let you know how your resume comes across when you're applying for a job. Both resources are free, so gain better insight to improve your results. And to get more great insight into the job search from Lorraine, click on the link to watch the complete interview. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and ring the bell to help our channel grow and be notified of future videos just like this.